Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, everybody. I believe we are live streaming now. I just, coming on again just to come on. It's 10/8/2025. I thought I was going to go live stream earlier today. Um, Lots been in my mind lately, so, I guess I'm still in the middle between if I should keep stuff personal or kind of just not. I think some stuff should be personal, some not so much. But yeah, that's I mean that's why I haven't been live streaming earlier. Um Got a lot of things in my mind for sure. Let me just make sure I'm live. For sure. Yeah, we are. We're good. I'm not expecting anybody to come in. It is already almost 1 o'clock in the morning, just like yesterday. Um, and I apologize, fellas, that I have not been going live streaming on a particular time. Obviously, you guys know my position. What I'm doing right now. But I'm definitely hoping around the beginning of next year, I would be able to live stream way more hours and more consistent. But you never know. I feel like my plan's been changing. Okay, this fly's been bothering me. One more time. That fly bothers me one more time. We'll see what happens. That's the last warning there. Before I even started the live stream, this guy was bothering me. Just one more time. Okay. Let me just say it again. It's 12:40 a.m. It's October 8th, 2025. Um, One of the biggest things that we are looking forward to right now. Yep, he came over here again. That's it. I gave him a last chance. Okay. Come here. Okay. I have not been active on social media as well. The only thing I've done lately was post. I think it was Friday. Friday. AC turned on. I think it was Friday when I posted about I posted the spooky relaxing sounds, and I want to do one each week. So hopefully sometime maybe this Friday I could upload um another relaxing sound. Hopefully every Friday after that one. See the fly, by the way. He's bothering me. He really wants me to be a menace, huh? I see it. I'm chasing it down right now. landing. Okay. But other than that, I've been well, I guess like I said, usually my usual is just tell you guys about my day, um and that's about it. So today, today I woke up usual usual deal. Um, did a couple errands for my mom. Did an errand, and I came back. I was pretty much just looking into like people who live in the RV, because like I think that's people who live in the RV. That's pretty much what I was looking into, and I actually applied for a couple of these side jobs, a couple of the side jobs. It was like a total of 4 or 5, I think. I'm not too sure, but I did. But I was also looking up um RV parks, how much it costs, like if I could take my van and live there, and if you need like a really good credit or something like that, like what's the requirements, like a down payment or some sort. Like I have not ever lived in a RV park. If anything, we have.
Golden Honey said, "How is the doctor of sleep?"
Doctor of Sleep, I'm doing well. I'm just pretty much ranting about my day. How about you, man? Golden Honey, how's you doing? Started off pretty late again today. Just a lot going on in my head. Well, just pretty much I
Golden
was
Honey
talking about it.
said, "None much." Golden Honey said, "What happened in your day?"
Let's see here. I think there's an echo here. There we go. Hopefully that fixed it. Okay, so what happened in my day? Well, I just did some errands. I applied for some like Medicare, like courier deal. I think I already told you what my plan was, kind of like for the oil field, because I was gonna go in the oil field and whatever. Um, well, I think I might, if they require me to live over there, to live in like an RV park. So pretty much, I was looking into that, like if there's requirements, you know, in order like a down payment requirements, and if they allow van life people, just vans in a RV park. I was just looking into that because I don't think I would get an apartment because we are always moving around from place to place in the oil field around that New Mexico, Texas area. So I feel like it's not sure too much. So I was looking into that, and I was like, okay, should I go in the oil field now, or should I wait until the holidays passes by? You know, do my CDL and work a side job right now.
Golden Honey
All that good stuff.
said, "I think they will might accept van. People think they might just be worried about sewage."
Sewage. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, I don't have like a big old deal. I mean, I could probably make an adapter or some way, but I don't have like a toilet or anything. I wanted to get an RV park that has a showers and toilets, so I could use that. And but yeah, I was looking into that. I have to. and of course like a laundry deal. Cause
Golden Honey said, "Oh, that's nice. Is that a thing?"
yeah, they usually RV parks usually have a shower and a laundry room and just little amenities like that. That'd be great for my case. The only thing I would be using would be the electrical outlet and have my like I'll bring my dual AC system and have that running pretty much all day, or just have it running when I'm there. And the only thing I'm going to be doing there is sleep. I'm not going to do anything crazy. So yeah, it's either that or I get an apartment. But I'm like, do I really want to spend extra money on an apartment or save as much as possible? I don't know. I mean, I already have a van, you
Golden
know.
Honey said, "You're going to do some solar."
I do
Golden Honey
have solar.
said, "Maybe roommate."
So I do have solar initially, but it's not like if you use like an AC system or like a heater, it goes away pretty quick. The battery system. So if I'm plugged in an RV spot, I could just power big old appliances like nothing. A roommate. I've heard horror stories about roommates. Some roommates are very like just not reliable at all, and it's just a headache. I just feel like it'll be a headache. Or maybe if we could find out, like if I could rent a room or something like that, that like some sort. It's kind of like a man camp deal. I could like rent a room in a place that would be pretty cool. That has the amenities. I heard that people rent their room for like $300 a month, which is perfect.
Golden Honey said, "Yeah, renting a room would in a house or some."
Yeah, and then like I guess yeah, like you're renting. I don't know. I haven't heard anybody do it that much. I haven't heard it too much, but I go to Facebook Marketplace. People have their rooms rented. I'm like, okay, so it's a thing. I haven't heard anybody specifically do that. I heard a lot of people do like split a split an a apartment with some friends. I've heard of that, but not really a room. But I'm sure that would be a pretty good option to probably be a,
Golden Honey said, "I think the only bad thing is I heard like some roommates are pile of poo, like they might steal your stuff or dirty."
yeah. Yeah, and that's the deal. And do I trust anybody like that? I don't think so. It's either like the van deal or maybe renting a room. Maybe the two options that I might think of. You know, maybe if I had a chick or I had a like a my wife, or nah, I don't have a wife right now, but if I had like a girlfriend
Golden Honey
when I ever had a wife,
said,
then maybe I'll do like
"Hey,
an
do
apartment.
what's best."
Yeah, my mind is pretty much scrambled on that. That like what should I do? That's where my mind's at right now. I don't know if I'm thinking about it too much, you know. And maybe I'm also thinking like, man, maybe I should go to the oil field now. But I'm like, wait a minute, just let me stretch as long as possible because the holidays is just right now. The holidays is just
Golden
starting.
Honey said, "Maybe you can just stay in more public spaces in your van and use Planet for the amenities."
See, That actually would be nice. The only the only factor is the only factor is I'm not able to use the heater or AC as much, and like
Golden Honey said. So you can save more cha-chang.
that's true. You know, I think in order for me to have a really, really, really good sleep, I need regulated temperature. But like if I'm gonna rough it out, like say, because I did that 100 days living in the van, and I could rough it out a little longer because I could sleep as long as I need to. But if I need to sleep in a specific time and wake up in a specific time, it's hard to do it.
Golden Honey said. I mean, being comfortable is important, though psychology.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think it's like for me it's like the regulated temperature deal. Is like if I had a strong enough battery system, I probably would do it. If I had a really strong battery system, I probably would do it. But that's not the case, and it's really expensive to buy one of those strong battery system. You're if I remember, you said you're 21 years old. Are you
Golden Honey said. Van life is hard, all the logistics.
Yeah, it is. Like it's really great if you have control of the time. It's great. Like if there's no deadline at certain deals, like then you sleep where
Golden
you
Honey
sleep pretty good. But
said. Maybe you can do like motels here and there. Yes, I am 21.
motels. How much are motels, by the way? I feel like they're I'm not even sure. Now they're cheaper. Like what? Aren't they still like 40, $50 a night?
Golden Honey
Oh shoot.
said. How much are they, like 30-50 night?
Well, we said it at the same time. Yeah, I think so. Motels are like around that price. I think so. Let me look that up. I have a computer right in front of me. Okay. Or
Golden Honey said. Maybe you can find a more public space and hook up that AC, just dip when the popo come.
oh damn. I see $29 a night. Damn, and the pole is green too. Damn. I just saw a random picture. Okay. I mean that'll be the ideal part. The trick. See here. There is some free electrical
Golden Honey
hookups.
said. The pool is not green, it's a natural wildlife center.
No. Yeah, it is. Um Yeah, I know there's I've seen it before. There's some some opportunities for you to kind of plug in your rig, but it's not really recommended, and you're not. I guess you're not supposed to do that. But the last thing I need to do if I change a rig or I change rigs, trying to find a place to crash out. That's up bringing. Imagine if I had a strong enough internet or a strong enough um freaking sleep there. I don't know. I'm just rambling here now. I have so much tabs open, it's crazy. Okay, let me look it up. How much? And rooms in um I'm gonna say New Mexico, Midland area. Let's see here. No, 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 no. Much are how do I put this? I just put it in Facebook.
Golden Honey said, "You done the oil field before?"
Yeah. I've done the oil field before, and some companies um, they they do they pay for they pay for the man camp. Man camp is pretty much I think it's like
Golden Honey
$80 a day.
said, "Do you enjoy it?"
Do I enjoy it? Well, I try to enjoy every day. I try to, and
Golden Honey said, "What is man camp?"
man camp is like just imagine like a big old trailer, right? And it's like divided into rooms, and pretty much you're renting a room. You got some amenities like a cafeteria and all that good stuff. They rent it for a good price, or it's cheaper if your company's paying for like I don't know if they do contracts or whatever, but it's cheaper. And it's like I think it's like I saw the prices one time. Like one night is like $80. It's $80 a night. I'm like, damn. And you said what did you say earlier? Oh, if I enjoyed it. I try to enjoy it. I try to enjoy every day and try to do something positive and something productive. Which some days, I'm grateful. I'm just more grateful that I have the opportunity. But there's days where I'm like, damn, man, it's like you're there all day, every day. It's draining, physical sometimes, and yeah. See, it says uh, average rent is around house rooms specific.
Golden Honey
I'm gonna look at Facebook.
said,
Freak it.
"Oh no, I bet." Golden Honey said, what do you have to do?
Well, like I said, I think in this case, well, like, what do you mean? What do I have to do? Are you, as far as like what my strategy is for living quarters? Because my last previous oil field job, I didn't really worry about like my where I'm staying at because
Golden Honey
they do that stuff.
said, in the job.
Oh, okay. Well, they have multiple positions in the frac, or they have multiple positions in the oil field. What I mostly did was um, fracking. Fracking is pretty much, to summarize it, you're exploding, you're cracking, or you're making explosions, tiny explosions under the earth to extract oil easier. That's pretty much easiest way to put it. And it's a whole process. And I was pretty much doing the safety side of that, so setting up sensors and very deadly sensors, and like get sensors for
Golden
deadly
Honey
gases.
said, that sounds kinda dangerous.
It is. It is dangerous. That's why they pay. It is dangerous. That's why they pay a lot, and you know, pay a lot, and it does. It's like a 24
Golden
hour
Honey
deal too.
said, please watch yourself.
Of course, appreciate that, man. I do, and I've heard bad stories, but yeah, I'll do as much as I can to keep safe, to keep us safe, I guess, you know. But yeah, but as far as my old company, they pretty much handled the man camp and everything. I didn't really have to worry about it. But I think this other company, they pay a lot more, but you kind of have to worry about where you're gonna sleep at. So like you have to pay for, you know, wherever you're gonna sleep. So that's the that's the deal. Oh yeah, I was gonna look in Facebook. I'm looking at Facebook because I had seen some good deals of like rooms and such.
Golden Honey said, so is it like a dorm room, like you spilt the room with someone and bathroom?
Yeah. So I've seen it kind of set up different ways depending on the man cab itself. But think of it as a dorm room. Some of them have a dorm room style, or one bed's that way, another bed. The beds are like right next to each other. I'm at day shifts. He's in night shifts, and we switch. We keep switching around. So I'll come back to the dorm or to the man camp, and he takes off. Or it could be like one of those Jack and Jill restrooms. You guys share a restroom, or you can have your own little private, restroom with your room, your your bed, TV, desk, restroom. There's kind of that three styles, and obviously I like the one with
Golden Honey
the
said,
private bathroom and such.
they're smart, so no one is at the room at the same time, different shifts.
Yeah, if the company wants to save money, they do that. But I really like the fact that when I had my own private restroom with my own room, I don't have to worry about anybody, and I mean, you could hear noise from other people, and the walls are not like crazy, but it's not too
Golden
crazy.
honey. Said.
Yeah,
Privacy.
pretty much. I liked it like that. And the rooms are very small, and I wouldn't mind to kind of rent a little room like that for myself at all. Like I wouldn't mind that at all. All I need is like a room, a little desk, a restroom. That's it. Just a little one. I don't need anything fancy. I don't need a kitchen or whatever. I probably should cook. It's probably gets expensive if you keep buying out every day. I hate cooking. I don't know. I don't like cooking. I shouldn't say
Golden
hate.
honey. Said. How much do they pay usually?
Well, I have to say it. It depends on the your experience. It depends on your experience and how long you've been there, and what you know, and who you know, and whatever. But it's from if you're a beginner or whatever, I think it's from like 16 to $23 an hour, and if you're like super experienced, it goes up. But the biggest deal is like,
Golden honey. Said. BTW, if you ever feel uncomfortable, you don't need to answer.
oh yeah, of course. No, I'm not comfortable. No, we. I'm not uncomfortable. That's what I meant to say. For sure. Yeah, it's from the.
Golden honey. Said. 16 astonished face for your life.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? It's true. It's true. There's companies I've seen it. I mean, I've experienced it. I'll be honest. And, the first time I've went to a big huge company.
Golden honey. Said. Oh no, I would have to fight.
Yeah, there's some of these big giant companies that they're very cheap when it comes to that. Another reason why they pay low is because they say you make over 200 hours a week, right? Because you're charging so much hours in a day because you're working a lot. And
Golden honey. Said. I'm sorry you had to experience that. A whole people need a livable wage while they rake in all the profits.
yeah, it sucks. It really does. And everybody's like, every time, and back then, long that was a while back. That was a while back, and back then somebody was like, "How much you being paid?" Oh my goodness, what is that? You know, after you pass 40 hours, which we do pass 40 hours, and like I think 2-3 days we pass 40 hours.
Golden honey. Said. So hours less pay, I rather work less, more cash day fog.
Yeah.
Ashwani Kumar
That's
Singh.
true.
Said. Hey brother Chris, how you doing,
Freaking
man?
Ash, brother. Hey Ash, I'm doing all right. I'm talking to Mr. Golden Honey about the oil field here. Yeah, you're right. But once you have experience and whatnot, and your pay is around $20 an hour or such, you do the 40 hours a week. You're pretty much making. You do your 40 hours in like 2-3 days. You're getting $30 an hour for most of the week, or more, 30 something dollars an hour for most of the week. For like so, or 30 something. I think was it you or somebody else? Somebody said that they worked in Canada. Was that you, Golden Honey? Doing the like forklift job or something like that, or like an operator. I think that wasn't you, Golden Honey. Maybe it was somebody else.
Golden honey.
Oh,
Said.
okay, yeah, Cali.
Nope, Cali.
Yeah, he said he was making $30 an hour in Canada, but everything's super expensive over there. So Yeah. That's why I want to get my CDL. I'm definitely not gonna definitely gonna be making the 20 something an hour plus double that because of the overtime. So yeah. How's it going, Mr. Ash? How's your studies been? What are you up to, Mr. Golden?
Golden Honey said, yes, get that cash.
How about you, Golden Honey? Are you kind of like are you in school or are you working? I don't remember if we ever talked about something like that. I don't know if I.
Ashwani Kumar Singh said, am at my second house, New Delhi. Golden Honey said, nope, I got two jobs.
Ash, you said you said second house, New Delhi. What is that or where is that? What do you mean second house? I don't remember you ever saying you had a second
Ashwani
house.
Kumar Singh said, study got stopped for few days as my uncle passed away last night.
Oh my goodness. Let me address that since that's horrible news. Mr. Ash, sorry about that, man. About your
Ashwani Kumar
uncle. I'm
Singh
not sure. Are you
said,
close to your uncle?
New Delhi is the capital of India.
Oh, and Golden Honey, two jobs, man. What you be doing with the two jobs? Like, are you? Is like one of them a?
Golden Honey said, oh no, if you need to talk about it, we deaf here to listen.
Yeah, man. Okay, New Delhi. Oh shoot, man. I'll be honest. I didn't know about that. Uh, Maybe I should know about that. I should have known about it. Are you close to your uncle, by the way? Two jobs.
Golden Honey said, I want to go back to school but too much careers I overthink K.
I got you. I got you. So you more in
Ashwani Kumar
the air
Singh
right there, Mister
said,
Golden Honey.
thank you brother, we were alright, I enjoyed his company, he was on a ventilator for the past few days. Golden Honey said, current main job is working with kids with autism and second job Walmart, smiling face with tear.
Well, that's a normal job, you know, working kids with autism. I feel like you gotta have some patience with that job. How you how you liking that job, by the way? And Walmart, nice. So is it more like
Golden Honey said, may I ask what diagnosis your uncle had if you don't mind me asking?
yeah yeah yeah? He was on a ventilator for a few days. Well, man, I would like I'm gonna say sorry for your loss. Really, sucks, man. I just
Golden Honey
remember my
said, I love working with the kids, yes there is moment where I get beat up but 90% good, smiling face with smiling eyes.
man. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Ashwani Kumar Singh said, his liver and kidney got damaged and no fluid was storing in his body.
Damn. How many hours a week do you work, by the way? Just a random deal, Golden Honey. Um, his liver, is it because of certain like habits, or is it because of maybe I'm not sure. You don't have to answer that if it's personal, but I wonder how it got damaged. If you don't have to, you don't have to answer that, Mr. Ash. Or is it maybe a cancer deal?
Golden Honey said, "Thank you for trusting us with that info. How are you feeling though?" Ashwani Kumar Singh said, "And the day before he was hospitalized, my father asked him to come to us for the good checkup, and my father also told him that he will take care of him financially." Golden Honey said, 56 hours.
And the day before he was hospitalized, I asked him to come to us for a good checkup.
Ashwani Kumar Singh said, "He was ill for a very long time. He was a heavy drunker."
Well, that's good. I mean, you're that the fact that your dad or your father is taking care of your uncle or his brother, financially. 56 hours, pretty good. I mean, that's if it's you're talking about both jobs combined. Yeah, that'll do the trick. He was very ill. Heavy drinker. That's what I figured. But I didn't want to make any strong ultimate consum. What's that word called? Oh my, I can't think of the word. I figured I didn't really want to say that was definitely was it, but usually liver damages. But
Ashwani Kumar Singh said, "He was a good man, never had any bad intentions for anyone and no hard feelings for anyone." Golden Honey said, "Sending hugs your way."
yeah, good. That's good, man.
Ashwani Kumar Singh said, "But it's alright, it's up to God, we are just mere human."
Yeah, yeah, brother. I'll send you a hug over there. Oh man.
Ashwani Kumar Singh said, "Thank you my brothers for this. Thanks Chris, thanks Hunter." Golden Honey said, "Acknowledge your feelings and hopefully this is a time for your family to get closure."
Yeah, man. Uh, how old was your uncle there, by the way? Yeah, I think the last death in my family
Ashwani
was
Kumar Singh
my grandma back
said,
a couple years ago,
he was around 75.
last year. 75. I think the more I get older, the more I think like, you know, The more I get older, the more I'm like, wow, 75 is not that old. I remember thinking like that is an older number, but because my mom and dad, they're at their 60s, like their mid 60s. Wow. My head is like stuck when they were like 45. That's where I see my parents. 75 is a pretty good number there, but it's always better to have your family as long as possible. But
HF 2024 said, "Sup bro."
what up, man? What's up, HF? It's 1:30. Usually, you said you try to go to sleep at this time, right, Mr. HF? How you doing, by the way?
HF 2024 said, "Just checking in, been super busy with work." Ashwani Kumar Singh said, "Man, sometimes I feel that one thing we don't appreciate when we were kids was that we didn't have to think about losing anyone due to age and health factors."
Yeah, I remember that, man. You know,
Ashwani Kumar Singh said, "Yeah, if he would have gone for the checkup, then he definitely would have 5 more years at least." HF 2024
damn, that's not cool.
said, "Hard to join stream when I'm not mod." Golden Honey said, "We were just oblivious to that."
Yeah, HF, come on. Um, I agree, man. I feel like when we were younger, I remember, you know, thinking I was praying about my back shoot, man. When I was 8, 9, 10, I remember like I would not want to see my family or my one of my parents die until like they're very. I said it very many times. Old. I don't. I remember that. But yeah, you're right. I wasn't too like
HF 2024 said,
crazy.
"Gotta go to bed though, just wanted to say hi, hope to catch you another night."
No worries, Mr. HF. No worries. Maybe tomorrow or whatever.
Golden
Good night,
Honey
Mr. HF. Thanks for
said,
just coming in and saying hi.
"Now that I am
Appreciate it.
older, I just think like, wow, health is not the only thing that can hurt me. Every day can be our last. That's why live your truth and do what is best for you."
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I like that you said that, Mr. Golden Honey. Um, I'm almost conflicted to tell you that now.
Ashwani Kumar
Tell
Singh
you something, man. You
said,
too, Mr. Ash.
"Praying for everyone we loved and lost." Folded hands, folded hands. Golden Honey said,
I'm almost conflicted.
"Tell me."
I'm almost conflicted to tell both of you guys. I know if you heard the arguments. I know if you heard everything, but I know you know what I believe is Christianity, and I like to hear other people's point of views and whatnot. But I feel like I'm also into like I'm also I have to kind of say like to consider or you know consider Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you guys could like just peek in the book, not only the book, but just like open your heart before you read the book and pray and go to church service when that You know,
Man of Sand said, "What up?"
man of sand. Hello. You too, Mr. Ash. I do hope that you consider that. But yeah, I do pray for you guys, and for
Golden
y'all's
Honey
health.
said, "Well, thank you for saying consider and not telling us to do it."
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. That is the best way. Not forcing anybody. Nobody should be forced to believe in something they don't want, or anything in that matter. You know. But yeah, Mr. Ash, because it's a beautiful deal. Like, I would love to see everybody there. I know I'd love to see everybody in heaven and whatnot, but like, I know God will judge depending if they were differently. He would judge differently depending if they were exposed truly to the gospel to the full extent. I know the Bible says something about that.
Ashwani Kumar Singh said, "Man, I grew up in Christians. I am Hindu and my best friend is Muslim, and the place I love the most is the place of Sikhs."
You grew up Christian, huh? I don't know if you ever told me that. A follower of
Golden Honey
Sikhism.
said, "I would not love to see everyone in heaven, but that's just me."
Uh, I mean,
Ashwani Kumar Singh
I mean,
said,
you guys.
"Alright brothers, I got to go for the ceremony. See you later, Chris. See you, Hunty."
Yes, yes. Oh wow, ceremonies right now. Oh wow. Well, God bless Mr. Ash. We'll talk more
Golden
later.
Honey said, "Hope all goes well."
Well, yeah. Um, I just, you know what? People will reject the Christian faith and God, and I don't know people's hearts to say who is going to hell or not. So I don't know how to. I don't know exactly, but I hope to see everybody. It's hard to say. Like, I don't. I hope to see everybody up there, but like, of course, God is the true judge, and He'll decide. I mean,
Ashwani Kumar
it's hard
Singh
to.
said, "See you later, fellas."
See you, man. I'll see you there next time, there, Sir Ash.
Man of Sand said, "Folded hands, medium light skin tone."
What about you, man of sand? What do you believe in? Or yeah,
Golden Honey said, I don't know, imagine there could be someone who will slaughter your whole family, but because they say sorry they good, I would have to get down in heaven with them. Kick me out please. Man of Sand said, Christ is King.
Christ is King. I love that. Okay. Now, it just really depends if the person who sinned really gave their heart to Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? And they really meant it, and they plead the blood of Christ to be poured upon them. You know? And it's supposed to be renewing and changing of the heart. And then God will know and knows if he meant that. If somebody says it out of their mouth, doesn't mean they're saved. There's a Bible verse in Matthew that says, that he called upon his name, but then he says that he never knew him. You know, so it doesn't mean if the
Golden
criminal
Honey
says it out of their mouth,
said,
doesn't mean they're saved.
Glad to hear you would forgive them.
Um, you know, just to touch up on that point, doesn't mean somebody's saved because somebody said it. I think they have to really mean that. Would I forgive somebody that slaughters my family? I hate to I can't put myself in that situation, and I feel like normally as a human being I don't want to forgive. I wouldn't want to. Because you know what? In the end of the day, I deserve to go to hell too. So who am I? Like, who am I to say I deserve it? But the only reason why I'm able to go to heaven is because of my penalties paid for, because I've put all my trust in Christ. So who am I to say? Because I deserve to go to hell too, and anybody who sins. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense a little bit, at least. What do you think, Mr. Man of Sand? So, yes.
Golden Honey said, I don't know, the way I live my life is just doing as much good as I can. If God can't take me in, even though I've done good my whole life, maybe he is not a God I would want to worship. Man of Sand said, I think the Lord will give us what we need and show us what we need to see.
Gotcha. See, that's the thing there, Mr. Honey Golden Honey. You wouldn't know the standard of what good is if, you know, you can't hold that standard if you don't believe in God or Christ. And I think the Bible shows what standard of what good is, to say that you lived a good life, even though we all admit that we've sinned, and one sin, just like stealing and whatever, it condemns us. One sin, it doesn't matter. One sin does condemn us. And what if it even says that even if you even think about lusting against another girl, that's also a sin. So you probably do multiple sins, and we're all guilty of it. To say that you're good and to do good things, nobody's good, not one but Christ. That's the argument. And to say you did good is not a true statement. Nobody does good. And if somebody says they're perfect or they did good, you could try to do good, but all of us sinned. And if somebody sins, the punishment is the good judge will put you to
Man of
to
Sand, said. I like that.
yeah,
Golden Honey, said. Sleep Doctor, in your opinion, am I a bad person?
everybody, every single human being is a bad person. Now, you might have done some good deeds, but because you've done like a couple, because you sinned before, it condemns everybody to hell. The only person in the Bible that says that never sinned, ever sinned, is Christ. And since he died and poured his blood again, since he died and poured the blood for all our sins, we place the trust in him so that our sin gets placed on him. So um, we're able to go to heaven. To say that, I'm a good person.
Golden Honey, said. So following our biology will get us sentenced to hell. Animals do it all the time, but we will be wrong. Golden Honey, said.
Well,
We are animals at the end of the day.
well, there's a spiritual argument against us only having like a spirit and a soul spirit and whatnot. So our biologies, well, we got to understand what happened in the beginning where sin and they Cain and Abel and the original sin that the Bible teaches, and sin passed on through generations. So we're naturally corrupted. And Christ, that's why you heard the story. Christ wasn't born. Christ was born of a virgin. No original sin. So that's why he was
Golden
perfect.
Honey, said. So then I should mistreat animals because they don't have a soul. It doesn't matter, they want to feel pain.
Well, you can mistreat animals if you don't believe in a God. But if you believe in a God, you believe in good morals. I agree with you. If you didn't believe in God, there's no moral stance. There's no good or bad.
Man of Sand, said. I am an imperfect being, but striving to be as good as I can is the best feeling.
Yeah, yep, that's great. And Christ. I think Christ showed what. I mean, he was a perfect example of how we should live. So we follow his example. So that's what we derive our standards, our good standards from. And hopefully in the future I'll be able to
Golden Honey,
shoot
said.
out good
But you can
verses.
say the same about people who do believe in God and cause harm.
Now, see, this is where we get into other religions because I don't believe in religions. I believe in friendship with Christ. Christians. I don't. Christian is not religion. I think Catholics are religion. Muslims, and whatever. Depending of what they believe, because I would argue a person who's a Christian, um, they might sin again. They might sin definitely. They might sin. They might do something bad. Um, but I would argue that Christians, real Christians, not the Christians that say they're Christians and they're not, but real Christians that turn away from sin because they're trying to follow a good Jesus Christ's teachings, that they won't intentionally cause harm, if that makes sense. Yeah. Because I know, and I don't believe what Hindus believes in many gods, but I don't you know I don't I believe in Jesus Christ's teachings pretty much. And he pretty much says not to do any violence and whatever. So if somebody does violence, so is he trusting in what Christ said or believing, or or is he
Golden
following
Honey
his own flesh?
said, yeah, but then who makes the rules? Who say you are not just one of those who calls themselves a Christian?
Well, there's a famous verse that says, you know the by their fruits you know them. So if they're producing good fruit, which is like pretty much if they're trying to be good, which is follow what Christ's teachings and whatnot.
Golden Honey said, and God does no bad yet killed everyone in the flood.
Well, I think because the whole world got corrupted in that time, there was no that. It says there was not one that did good, and since he's the ultimate person or the ultimate God knows what God is good, and everything is corrupted.
Golden Honey said, even the babies.
See, that's a good art. That's a good thing. Like I even say what, but if everything was corrupted, I'm not sure exactly, but it everybody. I'm pretty sure those people got judged differently and whatnot. But that's true, and I don't have all the answers to that right now. Right now, and like I said, I want to get the verses to kind of lay out for you and that whatnot. And the rules are already laid
Golden
out.
Honey
By the way,
said,
the rules are already.
so we not allowed to kill, but he can.
Well, if he's the ultimate, if he's the definition of good, this is what I would say. If he's the definition of what good is, then he could take away and make or create. But he does
Golden
have
Honey said, was that good in your opinion?
was that good in your opinion? The flood? Look, the just reading based off the whole Bible and knowing that's full story in this whole, I would say in this context, I put my trust and faith. And sometimes, if I don't know the answer, and this is where faith comes in, is that so there's some mysteries in the Bible, and this is where faith comes in, which I think a lot of people might not. I think it's you have more faith to be an atheist, to believe in nothing that creates everything. I feel like you have more faith, but I have faith that there's some questions that they call it mysteries
Golden Honey
that I
said,
can't really answer.
TMRW, he can change the rules and say I want you to kill your fam, and you say okay because he is the ultimate creator, you must listen, he can change the rules.
See, I've heard this argument right here, and I heard this argument, and there's this guy who could explain it more better than me, and I could show you that link. His name is there's two guys, Jin Kim, and he came to my came over here in San Antonio. I went to his church, and I think he's a good teacher when it comes to that. And he answers this question way better than I can, to be honest. And I wish, man, maybe if I could send it to you. You know, if we could send it to you, that'd be great.
Golden Honey said, I don't believe in nothing, I believe in evidence, I just want proof, if we can prove it I would fall to my feet and worship.
What kind of proof are you looking for, by the way? Like historical proof, or are you like can you name what exactly are you looking for? Are you looking for like a divine supernatural proof that he's gonna fall off from the sky and whatnot? Because I feel like some people, they need that in order to believe. Like that's all they don't. it feels like they some people don't want it. They don't want to believe, you know, because I feel like there's
Golden Honey said, I mean, I would love to see all these supernatural things that have happened in the book but have not happened ever again.
yeah, I'd say those signs and wonders are more for the Old Testament and the whatnot. There's a reason. Um, there's a reason for it, and I think there's some supernatural things that happen, but it's not like fire coming down from heaven. Because I feel like the signs.
Golden Honey said, you would not believe someone today if they told you they were a prophet sent by God. Why not?
I mean, if somebody were to say that, I will take a close look to what he teaches and if it aligns with what Christ is saying said, you know. I'll take it to consideration and I'll like, okay, let's see if it's contradicting what Christ and
Interpersonal Crackard P.
Christ
said, cheap viewers on stream.com remove the space ace Kike Smith.
So
Golden Honey said, so you would question their authenticity.
yeah, of course. I think that's what I did with even Christianity. I think, you know, I was a Catholic, you know. That's what you must do. I feel like it's
Golden
normal.
Honey said, do you question the past ones?
The past what? The past you talking about like the Old Testament or well which ones are you talking about? Or like the ones that just came
Golden
out?
Honey said, prophets.
Are you talking about the recent ones in our time that claim that they're prophets? Because if so, yes. I mean, either way, I do question or if they contradict what Christ is saying, you know, then obviously I take them. I don't. They have no. They. I don't take them as a prophet.
Golden Honey said, I mean, but you can't question them at all. They are not here.
Okay, when you're because there's some people today that in our lifetime that they call themselves prophets. To be honest, but if you're talking about the
Golden
prophets in
Honey
the Old Testament,
said, using your reality, you can't really prove anything they seen.
well, if you're talking about the prophets in the Old Testament, they've written things down that legit correlates to what Christ is saying,
Golden
and
Honey
there's no contradictions of what they said even in the past.
even in the Bible, people didn't believe the prophets when they were alive. Why would it be different now?
If you're talking about the Jews themselves, didn't believe Christ and whatnot, and Christ, I mean, the Bible did say that their people were probably the hardest, the hearted hearts, hard, and they require a sign. That's what the Bible says, that when he comes back, he's gonna come back with all signs and wonders. So they would, because they require that. I think we're Christians are more faith based because we got the full, you know, we are preached the full revelation of Christ. And there's a verse too. See, I'm supposed to know the verses right in the back of my head that says, in order for you to know if prophet's true, you know, pretty much see if he's contradicting it, and if he contradicts any of the other prophets or Christ. But it doesn't say that specifically. It doesn't say that specifically, but pretty much see if he contradicts.
Golden Honey said, "We have no clear way to prove it's real, is just my opinion."
I mean, so we have texts of what he said before, of what he said before, right? These prophets, and they're
Golden
not
Honey
stating anything crazy.
said, "We can't say that Bible because that does not have any fact-based evidence that can be reproduced." Golden Honey said, "I can make a book now and say it's text that God has said."
See, this is a good point. So if you were to make a book and that contradicts what God says or what Christ teaches, we would say, yeah, you're a false prophet. So it's not really, you can't really say it wouldn't even work. And I would argue even historical evidence of
Golden
some
Honey
of these
said, "What if had zero contradictions you would follow me?"
if you had zero contradictions and you're predicting the future and you're saying that this is going to happen and you're going to predict certain events, right? If you're predicting certain events that's going to happen in the near future, and if you're saying everything that does not contradict, then I'll keep an eye on you. You're pretty much saying you are
Golden Honey said, "We never said anything about predicting."
prophets do predict.
Golden Honey said, "You would keep an eye on me, no, you should worship me, have faith."
Well, see, that will be a contradiction because no prophet's telling them to worship them. See, no prophets back then tells them, oh, you should worship me. So I would say that's you're a false prophet.
Golden Honey said, "Follow me."
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think prophets do predict. Am I wrong? I think all prophets predict.
Golden Honey said, "Well, if it had zero contradictions you would follow someone."
And I do believe, and then I'll be open minded to this point right here, but I do believe there's no more prophets after Christ, or they're not. Christ was the last thing. I think all the prophets more Old Testament, but I'll be still open minded to that point. I'll be open minded to that point. If a guy says, "Oh, I am a prophet of Christ," I'm like, really? That's my stance right now. But it could change if I'm just gonna keep studying. None of the yeah, pretty much. Just gonna say that for now. I think it's like, yeah, it's gonna be 2 a.m. So in about 3 minutes, I'll wrap it up a little bit.
Golden Honey said, So now the prophets have stopped kind of unique when there are more people that need help.
Well, I think everything is revealed, and Christ pretty much fulfilled all prophecies, which why hence prophets were there back then, because Christ was the one that fulfilled everything, and he revealed the truth, the light, and the way. He was the truth and the light and the way. So everything is pretty much there. Is what you need. Like it's just because we are filled more with
Golden Honey
false
said,
things.
"Can you prove it?"
Can you prove it? Yeah, I mean, I wish I could articulate my words more better, and maybe something I need to work on is to articulate my arguments more better than how I'm doing it. So I feel like I'm in this stage right now where I can only give you what I feel like we're in the same spot for last time, but I could only give you only so much. Now, I feel like I told you once, like the argument of like just
Golden
nature and
Honey
whatnot.
said,
I have some people right in
"You
my
can't
pocket.
state the Bible to prove it though, because I can show you if I plant a seed it will grow, it can reproduce."
You can't state the Bible to prove it though, because I can show you if plant a seed will grow. I don't understand that statement you're saying though. I don't. I think the Bible, the King James, by the way, does prove on it in it itself. I think it is the most unique. The book itself is the most unique book. 66 books compiled from thousands of years apart, cross-referenced through to thousands of years apart, combined all together. I think it's the best book, the most cross-referenced book in the planet. That's no other book is like that ever, and I think that I don't even think nobody understands how like that is a miracle itself. The Bible is a miracle itself, and how it does. I would argue it was not. It never contradicted itself or the words. If you maybe could acknowledge that, isn't that beautiful? 66 books from thousands of years apart.
Golden Honey said, "You can't use a claim as its own proof that's going in circles. I'm asking for something that stands up on its own from the Bible."
I mean, if you look up, can you look up historical facts like the where ark, the Noah's Ark landed, and where Sodom and Gomorrah, where the brimstone devoured that, and then where the Red Sea, where they found like that Red Sea, they found so much what do you call it, the debris of how I can say how I can't articulate my words.
Golden Honey said, "How old do you think the earth is?"
How do I think the Earth is? See, there's a little bit of debates on Christians about this one. Um, there's the gap theory. I'm not sure if you heard that one. And I'll be open minded to this. I wouldn't be 100% sure about it, but I don't know. I want to lean more towards 7,000, but I heard another gap theory about it, but I don't know. I feel like exactly. And people could change my mind for that one. I don't know exactly. Well, what other historical, like the people that's mentioned, the kings and people that was mentioned at that time were real people that actually lived, people that actually lived in that time that was written, that it was written, those kings and rulers at that time were there. You know, if you look at just the historical event itself, I think that would prove more of the Bible. If you want to look, if you want to dig deeper in that one, the places that's mentioned. Look at Noah's Ark. There's studies on that one, and then the Sodom and Gomorrah when God destroyed it because of Sodomites. That's what it says in the Bible, by the way. Pretty much. But I do like to have a conversation about this, and I do like it. It makes me want to be a little more prepared, you know, because I feel like I've heard the argument before, but like I can't on demand give you the verses and whatever. Like some people are very good at doing that. And I'll be honest, I should be a little more prepared.
Golden Honey said, mixing historical facts with myths doesn't make the myths true. There are people who swore to see mermaids in our ocean. Million wrote it about it. You believe them?
Historical facts with myths. Which myths are you talking about specifically? Because I don't think I've ever mentioned a myth with myths. But like, I'm not sure. Like you're talking about like Noah's Ark, for an instance. They that
Golden Honey said, it's just my POV on the Bible. A myth, my bad. I get really engaged.
okay. I mean, it's good to I it's good to have a discussion, and if you don't believe in it, I the only thing I'll probably do in my part is pray to see if you.
Golden Honey said, do you believe the mermaid sightings?
Do I believe it? I don't. I don't know. I don't have. I mean, I don't. I haven't looked into it, so I've not looked into it at all.
Golden Honey said, you don't know?
I would say I have not looked into mermaid sightings. You know, I mean, I would say. I mean, I've seen people say, "Oh, Bigfoot's real, Bigfoots, and all these creatures," but I'm like, well,
Golden Honey said, how come you don't have this perspective when it comes to the Bible?
Well, because I think the Bible, I think a person in the Bible is claiming that he's God. So I rather pay attention to somebody that claims he's God than some mermaid creatures. And there's no books about mermaids.
Golden Honey said, why don't you believe the mermaid sightings?
Well, I don't think mermaids are claiming that they're God. And that would have been a big on the news. That would have been huge. That would have been huge. And if you're claiming that they are, I would love to see that. I'll pay attention more to bold claims and
Golden
stuff.
Honey said, so have you looked into all the other religions that claim they're gods?
Yeah, I have. I have. Now, I still would like to read. Now, I'm not saying like I've read the whole deal, and I do want to read the Quran and whatnot. I want to read the Quran. I want to read the Book of Mormon. I want to read more of that. I have taken a look into it and and whatnot. I've seen arguments in both sides, but I'm still open minded. Like I said, I've seen tons of videos and whatnot of debates about other religions. But
Golden Honey said, no, in my opinion you're not open-minded. I think everything you've done is the opposite.
okay, I'll take that. Let me see what exactly. What evidence do you like? I've been telling you, but what I think it's true. How about I'll do the opposite to you? Why do you think you're? Why do you think what you believe is true?
Golden Honey said, give me a good reason why you don't believe in mermaids. There are millions who claim to see them.
Mermaids. Um, like I said, I mean, I'll if you have written documents about it, show me. And if they are claiming something that is very that they claim that they're God and they're their truth in the way, that something's very crazy about it. If there's animals, see, if there's animals and they exist, all right, cool. But like if they're claiming something, if they talk, if this thing is cool, they see animal. Okay, let's say if they see it, let's say I give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, cool. And if they exist, and if they don't, what? Are they saying that these animals are, um, you know, saving the world or something? Then I'll take a deeper look in it. You know. But yeah. So I think that's pretty open minded if you You ask me, but
Golden Honey said, there are legends that say they are healing magic. Golden Honey
really, where's the
said,
books at?
we should look into it, we can save many lives.
Oh, you have books about it or what? You have legit books of people's testimonies and
Golden
whatever.
Honey said, let us go together.
Do you have any books about their testimonies? People's eyewitness testimonies, and see if they all are congruent to one another.
Golden Honey said, I do, I can send you a couple of testimonials.
Okay, I'll take a look. I don't mind. Healing magic, huh? Well, what about you, man? So you're in that. I would like to ask you why you believe what you believe. Is because you're saying there's not enough evidence for nothing to believe in?
Golden Honey said, but why take a look? There is testimony. You don't take a look for the Bible.
But why take a look at their testimony? I think testimony is a type of evidence. I think that's it is a type of evidence.
Golden Honey said, you just believe the testimony from the Bible.
There's testimonies, historical. There's the fact that the world. There's all kinds of arguments to defend Christianity.
Golden Honey said, testimony is not even evidence in court.
I think it is actually. I think eyewitnesses and testimonies are evidence in court, and they take that into consideration. Eyewitnesses and testimonies are considered, I think, in court.
Golden Honey said, so I can just testify you robbed my house and you should go to jail because I believe it's zero evidence.
Well, they take it as consideration, but they're not going to say that's the final.
Said, you were never there, but I promised you were there.
They're going to take all the considerations. They're going to definitely take all considerations and not stick anyone in big court, but I would argue that some guys that were innocent got sent just by that, but yeah, it does say it. It does say that, testimony in court is or written evidence given by the witness under oath, use first-hand accounts, experts' opinions, characters, information relative to case. Witnesses must have personal knowledge of the fact. Okay, it goes on. So it does. It is a type of evidence.
Golden Honey said, okay, you take the testimonies in the Bible without looking at the evidence.
Oh, I take that's just one, right, out of many that I believe in, right? People, wait a minute.
Golden Honey said, there is zero evidence you ever broke into my house, just like in my opinion there is zero evidence of God, but if someone swear it's the truth we should blindly follow.
No, I'm not saying that you should just trust what everybody says. Is it backed up with truth? Is it backed up with other things you say? Is it multiple people saying that? You take all this into consideration, just like what you say. Um, let's say a guy 2,000 years ago has predicted a certain scenario that actually did happen, right? Or it's all congruent to it's all consistent, congruent together, pieced together beautifully. I think you take that into consideration. It's like, oh wow, this makes sense, or this is pretty cool. You take that into consideration, and then the fact that the just the fact that the fine tune, you heard the fine tune argument. What do you say about the fine tune argument of existence of God and whatnot? Okay, this is I just looked it up, right? I can't even say the words. um, Ontological. There is the moral argument, theological argument, cosmological argument. You know, if you want to talk about miracles and religion and experience, I don't. Experience is not as much, but of God's existence and whatnot. There's many of these things where I wish I could just kind of spit it out of my mouth. You know, there's all these things where I wish I could just say it out quick, which I will one day. And you know what? I would say I wish I could articulate these words more better, because
Golden Honey said, I think you did not see the Bible from the court POV.
what I definitely didn't see the Bible from the court POV. There's zero evidence you broke into my house, just like my opinion. There is zero evidence of God. How zero evidence of God? Okay. Can you explain to me the fine tuning? Can any non thing create such a beautiful masterpiece? Can destruction create the masterpiece? Piece. Is that possible? The design and order, of just the world. How's that created out of nothing? Can
Golden
you please
Honey
answer that one?
said, can you prove someone created it?
What do you suppose happened? What do you suppose happened? It happened out of nowhere? Like this beautiful designer argument? Do you suppose that everything came out of nothing? Because makes no sense more than a God, you know, creating.
Golden Honey said, "We don't know."
It says this, an intricate design suggests a intelligent designer. I mean, that just makes way perfect sense. So everything was perfectly intricate designed. Does that not apply? But does that entail that the God of the universe is the one that created this whole world here? Nothing can create everything. It's just that is a way more. It just makes more sense than nothing created everything. So
Golden Honey said, "It's okay to say we don't know, so it's more likely a magical creature made all of this."
well, I mean, you just look at the patterns,
Golden
right?
Honey said, "How does it make more sense? Can you please explain? I don't understand."
Okay. How does it make sense that a designer equal like that a designer God being God is the one that created law, order, or the laws, the science? What? Let me look this up because I can't. Because I've given this argument last time to you, right? Okay. I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but I'm gonna read this here. The universe inhibits interact design and order, particularly in the laws of physics and the fine tuning of conditions necessary for life. Do you agree with that? The intricate design suggests a intelligent designer. That makes more sense. Does that not make any? That makes way more sense.
Golden Honey said, "So suggest why don't they say shown?" Golden Honey
Huh?
said, "How does it make more sense?"
Okay. When you look at a beautiful building, right? You look at a beautiful building here, and you look at this beautiful building. You're never ever gonna
Golden Honey
say,
said, "They said it suggests not it has shown."
yeah, it's most likely, or it is, or it was most likely. Well, it's well, I just I just read it off of this link, to be honest. But if you look at a building, right, that is
Golden Honey said, "Again, this is a God of the gaps argument because we don't know how something happened does not mean it was God. People tough rain was God's crying. Now we know it's a weather cycle."
okay. If
Golden
we,
Honey
as human beings, ever,
said, "It's okay to say we don't know."
how's it? If we look at a building, we're never gonna ever say, "Oh yeah, this was just built. This masterpiece was just built." But we don't know how it happened. Obviously, you're gonna say, "Yeah, a builder built this." A tornado comes in, it's never. I guarantee you, 100%. is never gonna create something beautiful. Uh, Never. But you're gonna say, "Hey, I think somebody built this," because you see there's meaning behind. There's some meaning behind the structure. Just that argument is, I think, more than enough. But it is already 2:30.
Golden Honey said, I know it is scary not knowing.
No, I just think it's. I think that is. I just think the thing is way more logical to think that it's a god. It's way more logical.
Golden Honey said, I don't know tbh where we originate from.
Okay. I hope we have more these conversations.
Golden
Really
Honey
nice.
said, how is it more logical? Explain.
I. It's sad that I am not. I don't have the words to articulate it way better than I think other people can. But I am tired, and I hope to have more conversations with you, Golden Honey, because you're yeah. I think it's awesome.
Golden Honey said, but yes, go have a great night. I just want you to think of what we talked.
I hope I hope we both try to learn something from one another. But yes, until next time, Mr. Golden Honey, I'll see you. Thank you for the questions.
Golden Honey said, I don't ever want to change. Ya stick to yo it.
I don't want to. I'm not sure. My stick? What? Okay. Good night, Mr. Honey. See ya whenever you come back. Good night there.